All right, you guys, sometimes these things happen at 3 in the morning where I wake up and I have like the most amazing, like, I don't know if you want to call it epiphany or idea or just something like just comes upon me. So yesterday was very, very significant. I had come home and there my package, my rough draft proof of my book was sitting on the front porch, and I had run over to my neighbor and I had said, "Do you mind, like, can I open this with you?" And we opened it and it was just so exciting. It was so incredibly exciting to do that. And I've been toying with this pretty interesting idea. I had told you guys back in a couple of videos ago um, about like if everything is energy. And remember when I was talking very recently about the idea of us visually only seeing things that only seeing things kind of like the log in the forest when it can only be actually heard if there's a receptor. But then now I'm actually having an add-on to that other idea that the log still does fall. So this table is energy, and I can see it, feel it, like touch it. It's sitting, my table is sitting right here, right in front of me. Um, but in order to be actually seen, there has to be somebody seeing it. I don't quite understand it all. I don't quite understand it all, but the crazy, crazy, crazy epiphany I had was, so I just woke up from a pretty deep sleep, and I had been, so later last night I had met up with one of my friends, and I had, toyed up with this idea having to do with matter, like, the idea of this table actually, if it can be seen, if there is no eyes there to see it, like the sound, if there is no receptor to hear it. So I was thinking about this idea of timelines, and this has been really significant to me because I've been sharing with you guys for months now, if not from the beginning of me doing these videos, about us as the creators of our reality, and the idea of the not the linear time, and the vibration of something before it actually becomes into our physicality. And so I was thinking about the idea of time, and I had like this weird like mental vision of how my friend and I, we made the plan. So we made plans to actually interject our timelines. That absolutely everybody is on their own timelines. And that there's actually like, this is just an idea. It's just an idea. I'm not saying it's even true, but it's so interesting. Like the infinite amount of actual timelines, and everyone is sort of on their own timeline, and they're all like intersecting and crossing in all these like crazy, sort of like a road. But it was more it was really, really this strange like vision that came over me of how these timelines like touch for a moment. So my friend and I sat and we talked and laughed, and she was absolutely desperate to take my book, and I was sitting there, I'm just not ready. I really want to work on a little bit more before I give it to anybody. And also, and then I showed one of my other friends, and he's like, Jamie, it's too thin, it's too thin. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not wordy. It's not the great American novel. That's not what I'm shooting for. I'm not shooting to write the great American novel. But anyway, I understand what he's saying, and I think maybe I should elaborate just a tiny bit more, but it's just very to the point. It's very to the point of just, but I'm getting even more and more and more and more and more and more stuff to write about and think about. And anyway, I really wanted to share that. I know late night, no makeup, no glam, but I think I actually erased one of my videos that said, my glam isn't even really glam, so it's okay. It's okay that I'm not glam. I had woken up and I was doing I was meditating. A lot of times I do that. I wake up and I set my timer for 15 minutes and I meditate. And this time I was just filled with just the most incredible sense of love. Just love, just love. Anyway, love you guys. I'll be back. Timeline.